The sun set, casting a warm golden hue over the streets of Ross's old neighborhood. The familiar sights were still there: run-down buildings, vacant lots, and the occasional group of people hanging out on the street corners. A ride-share vehicle rolled slowly down the street, its windows rolled down, music faintly playing. Ross used to walk these streets with his head down, just trying to get by. Every corner, every block was a reminder where he came from. The hustle, the grind, the bad decisions. He left that mentality behind when he served his time. Now he was a man transformed, wearing casual but neat clothes, his face showing a mix of nostalgia and contentment. He made up his mind to want something different, something better, not just for himself, but for his family. He wanted to break free from the cycle, to show that there were more to life than the streets. As the vehicle passed by a park where children play, families gathered, and old friends waved from across the street, Ross felt a sense of hope. He had served his time, learned his lessons. He wasn't going back. He had a new life now, a life with his wife, Emma, and their little guy, Tyler. They were his world. They were his world. They were the ones who kept him moving forward. Every day, he woke up grateful for the second chance, for the love and support that kept him grounded. He knew he wasn't defined by where he had been, but by where he was going. And right now, that was toward a future full of hope. The vehicle continued down the street as Ross drives down the street, moving away from the rough edges of the old neighborhood and towards a more vibrant, thriving part of town. Ross looked at a photo of his wife and of his son Tyler on his phone, which was wrestling on the dashboard, and smiled softly. The next morning, sunlight filtered through the curtains, casting a warm glow on the bedroom. Ross, in his early 30s, he woke up, stretching his arms. He looked over at his wife, Emma, who was still asleep, and smiled lovely. "Good morning, beautiful," he whispered, leaning over and gently kissing her on the forehead. She stirred slightly but didn't wake up. Ross carefully slipped out of the bed, trying not to disturb her. He quietly opened the door to his son's bedroom. Tyler, only 4 years old, was sleeping peacefully, clutching a stuffed animal. Ross walked over to the bed and sat on the edge, watching his son with a tender expression. "Hey, little man," he said softly. Tyler stirred, slowly waking up. He rubbed his eyes and looked up at Ross, smiling. "Daddy," Tyler said sleepily. Ross picked Tyler up and hugged him tightly. "Ready to start the day, buddy?" Tyler nodded enthusiastically, still hugging Ross. Later in the kitchen, Ross was making some breakfast while Tyler sat at the table, drawing with crayons. The scene was peaceful and filled with a sense of routine. "What do you want for breakfast, champ? Pancakes or eggs?" Ross asked. "Pancakes," Tyler replied with excitement. "Pancakes it is, coming right up," Ross said. Starting to mix pancake batter, Tyler continued drawing, occasionally glancing up at Ross. "Daddy, can we go to the park later?" Tyler asked. "Sure thing, buddy. After breakfast, we'll get dressed and head on out," Ross replied. Emma entered the kitchen, stretching and yawning. "Morning, guys," she greeted. "Morning, love." "Pancakes?" Ross asked. "You know it," Emma replied. She walked over to Tyler and kissed him on the head, then gave Ross a quick kiss on the cheek. "What are you drawing, sweetheart?" she asked Tyler. "A dinosaur, see?" Tyler held up his drawing proudly. Emma and Rose both looked at it and smiled. "It's wonderful, Tyler. You're such a good artist," Emma praised. "Thanks, Mommy," Tyler beamed. Ross finished making the pancakes and brought them to the table. The family sat together, eating breakfast and chatting. "Any plans for today, Ross?" Emma asked. Just the usual. I'll be driving most of the day, but I promise, Tyler, we'll go to the park first," Ross replied. "Sounds like a plan. Maybe we can have a picnic there," Emma suggested. "That sounds great. I'll pack some snacks before we go," Ross agreed. As Ross watched Tyler giggle as he stacked his pancake tower and Emma laughing beside him, the chaos and the noise of breakfast filled the kitchen. In this moment, Ross felt a deep sense of contentment and gratitude. These were the moments he wanted to cherish, the simple, beautiful times with his family, free from the shadows of his past. He had made mistakes that could never take back. But when he saw the joy in Tyler's eyes and felt Emma's love, he knew he was on the right path. Every day was a chance to be the man they deserved, a chance to be the man he wanted to be. The wrongs of his past would always be part of him, but they didn't define him. This love and peace, this was what defined him now. And this was what he would fight to protect every single day. Later, Ross and Tyler were getting ready to leave for the park. Emma was packing a small picnic basket. Don't forget Tyler's hat. It's supposed to be sunny today, Emma reminded. Got it, Ross said, finding Tyler's hat and putting it on him. Tyler giggled. I'm ready, Daddy, Tyler explained. All right, let's go have some fun, Ross said. You two have a great time. I'll join soon for the picnic, Emma said. Will do. Love you, Ross replied, kissing Emma goodbye. He and Tyler headed out the door. At the park, Ross and Tyler played on the swings. They laughed. Tyler laughed as Ross pushed him higher and higher and higher. Higher, Daddy, higher, Tyler shouted. You got it, champ, Ross smiled.